Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to take you guys through some of the best Steam game deals under the price of $5. Got quite a lot of deals to go over, a lot of retreads. You guys know how this game works. I am only one man and I can only play so many games, but some good stuff on sale for sure, so let's get right into it. Mirror's Edge 2008 is on sale, 85% off for $2.99. I guess I could say Mirror's Edge 2009, given the PC version had a little bit of a delayed release. Yeah, we're talking delayed releases in 08, 09. It came out January of 2009 on PC. Nonetheless, Mirror's Edge 08 is an awesome game. I don't even have to call it Mirror's Edge 08, actually, because it's not like there's another Mirror's Edge game. Nonetheless, Mirror's Edge is an awesome game with great parkour gameplay and just a lot of interesting gameplay design choices. It's a really unique game, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it back in the day. Like, I played it back when it came out on the 360 and had a great time with it. It's a super short game. That's like the main issue with it. You're talking about a $60 game when it came out, and you're completing it in, you know, 6 to 7 hours. That's gonna be a little bit of an issue. But right now, you're paying $3 for the game, and it's such a unique game. People back in the day had, like, the cool pacifist runs and everything like that. Just a really well-done game, and, you know, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is certainly worthwhile to play as well, but $2.99 for the original, definitely a good buy there. Next up, we got Metro 2033 and Last Light, the Redux editions of both of those. Those are $1.99 a pop. Bargain of a deal. Definitely fantastic deals there. Metro 2033 was a great game, and I really enjoyed Last Light. Last Light is my favorite in the entire series. They are incredibly engrossing, incredibly narrative-driven, atmospheric first-person shooters. No multiplayer component or anything like that, but they're very good at what they do, and visually they still hold up very strongly, even being these Redux versions, by the way, being a decade old. How insane is that to think about? Every time we talk about these deals and I, you know, dig up these games and we talk about these games and, you know, the Steam release date is always prominently featured. I'm like, bruh, it's been a decade since this game has come out. Just insane to think about, but nonetheless, $1.99 on each of those. If you're looking for quality first-person shooters, those are great pickups. Next up, a couple Resident Evil games. Resident Evil 5 is $4.99. Resident Evil Revelations is $4.99 as well. RE5 is going to get a remake. Who knows when that remake is going to come out? I would imagine maybe 2025. 2026 is probably more likely, actually, but you know, Resident Evil 5 was great outside of the abomination of an AI, but yeah, the game itself was really good, and for me, what I want to do with these Resident Evil games going forward is I want to play the OGs before the remake comes out. I really wish I did that with RE4. Obviously, I've played through RE4 several times, but I didn't give the original a playthrough right before the remake drop. I just jumped right into the remake. Had a great time with it, but it would be nice if I could compare and contrast, so to speak, and I don't know when RE5 remake is going to come out, but still, the game still looks pretty good. Like, these PS3 360 era games, they don't necessarily need remakes. Like, by all means, do them if you want to. Like, Dead Space is great, and that remake was awesome, and Resident Evil 5, I'm sure the remake will be great, but they still hold up okay enough, and $4.99 for the Gold Edition as well, with the Untold Stories DLC. And Revelations, really solid game, super underrated game, originally a 3DS game, thought it was quite good, and definitely $4.99 for that's a good shout as well. Next up, we got GRIS, 75% off for $3.74. This is a low-key, I don't even want to say banger, because that wouldn't be the right terminology for this game, because a banger isn't what GRIS is. It's more of an engrossing, atmospheric, like, emotional game. It's a very evocative game, and it's just like one that really makes you think. It's not one of those games that I would say, yo, go play if you're like at a low point in your life or anything like that. And you know what? People handle things differently, and grief and things like that. People handle all that stuff differently, but it's an incredibly compelling game that I would definitely say give a shout to. The sound direction in the game is great as well. Art style is phenomenal in it. $3.74 is a great price as well. Not one of those games a ton of people talk about, but I would definitely give it a look. Again, if you're into those more unique gaming as an art form style of experiences, I think GRIS is one that really does fit that bill. Next up, couple Saints Row games. Saints Row the 3rd, Saints Row 4, both of them on sale. Saints Row the 3rd is $3 $5.49. The full package is $4.49. And then Saints Row 4 Reelected is $4.99. Volition, unfortunately, you know, has seen better days, to say the least, and these Saints Row games are definitely representative of their better days. You know, Saints Row 2022 didn't seemingly light the world on fire. I certainly wasn't a fan of that game, but, you know, I didn't even think it was as bad as some people made it out to be. I thought it was, like, bad, but I didn't think it was that bad. However, if you want the over-the-top Saints Row style of experience, Saints Row the Third, Saints Row 4, that's where you go to. These games, you just mentally, like, kind of mentally unwind. Like, if you have a long day at work and you just want some no-nonsense open-world fun, Saints Row, Just Cause, those games always act as a pretty good time. And $3.49 for Saints Row the Third. I would get the full package for $4.49, and Reelected of Saints Row 4 is pretty good as well. Next up, Hotline Miami 2, wrong number, 85% off for $224. Pretty solid deal for Hotline Miami 2. A game that's certainly a throwback, certainly has a little bit of challenge, certainly a little bit bloody, but, you know, you're talking pixel graphics blood. Like, if that's gonna trip you up, like, I don't know what to say at that point. But nonetheless, Hotline Miami 2 is a lot of fun. I would definitely say go play the first one as well, but $224 for Hotline Miami 2 is a bargain, and definitely one worth the pickup. Next up, we got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, 84% off for $4.79. Now, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out in just about a week and a half or so. Now, keep in mind that game's going to be 70 buckaroos, so, like, maybe some of you guys don't want to buy that day one, you want to wait for it to get a little bit cheaper. Well, Dragon's Dogma 1 is $4.79. Keep in mind, Dragon's Dogma 1 absolutely shows its age. There are some design choices that at this point, for a 2024 audience, is going to be a little bit jarring. But overall, it's still a compelling action RPG that I would say give a shot to. A lot of content, a lot of replayability, Dark Arisen expansion here as well, so that's quite nice. $4.79, not a bad pickup there. Next up, we got the Saboteur, which is on sale, 50% off for $4.99, just dropped on Steam and PC. I should say it's been out on PC, it's been available on GOG DRM free, but it's now available on Steam. It's a game that I haven't played in so long, but it's got such a cool art style, and one that I definitely, now that it's on Steam, it's one of those games that I forgot about over the years. It's like this game, Syndicate, like those games of that era, I'm just like, you just like completely forget about. Like Wolfenstein 2009, I would throw all of those games in that category of that era, where they were in like blow-away titles, but they were pretty cool games and kind of defined like the middle ground portion of that era. And middle ground isn't a bad thing. Like, those mid-level games, you need games like those. Not every game is gonna be an elite level game, just because that also like lessens what an elite level game is, but the mid-level games are still worthwhile to play through, like the Blurs of the world, you know, racing games on that side of thing. But Saboteur, I remember having a pretty good time with it, and it has a really cool art style, really cool presentation. $4.99, goodbye on that. And lastly, for you Metroidvania heads out there, SteamWorld Dig 2 is 80% off for $3.99. I've always mentioned it, but the Metroidvania market is so competitive that like even high quality games like a SteamWorld Dig 2, they could come out, they could be received well from a critical standpoint, but for whatever reason, they just don't click at the level of a Dead Cells, at the level of some of these other action roguelite Metroidvania style games. And SteamWorld Dig 2, I feel like, was one of those games. I believe IGN gave it like really like a really high review. I want to say I saw a lot of 9s and 10 out of 10s, 85 on Metacritic. $4 for the game seems like a bargain to me, so I would definitely give it a shout. Really good price point for that. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of great Steam deals under the price of $5. As always, links to all of these deals will be in the description box below. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.